Okay, so next is the voltage regulation and power flow. Okay, so for voltage regulation, so tatandaan nyo, ang concept dito is kailangan natin malaman ano yung magiging effect sa ating voltage if nagbago tayo ng load. Okay, so di ba sa mga generator naman natin, di ba, yung load na nilalagay natin is iba't iba. So ano yung magiging effect ng load changes natin once na ilagay natin sa generator? Okay? So tatandaan nyo lang na formula for voltage regulation is percent voltage regulation natin is equals to so voltage at no load so minus voltage at full load divided by voltage at full load multiply by 100%. So again, yung ating BNL is the voltage at no load. Then yung ating BFL is the voltage at full load. Okay, so ano ba yung voltage at no load? So, ibig sabihin, wala tayong load. Okay, so kukunin natin yung terminal voltage. Okay, so kung meron tayong isang generator, so assume natin, simple na, so series. Okay, so series generator. So yung voltage at no load, okay, so dito tayo kukuha sa terminal voltage. Okay, so ibig sabihin wala tayo dito ikakabit na load. So kung wala tayong load dito, ibig sabihin yung magiging load current natin o yung ating IL is 0 ampere. Okay, kasi wala tayong load dito. Okay, so ayan yung sinasabi sa voltage at no load. So yung voltage at full load naman, so dito kapag meron na tayong mga loads na nilagay. So minsan nakalagay sa problem, ito rated. Okay, at rated load. So same siya. Okay, so syempre kapag nilagyan natin ito ng load, so syempre yung ating current is tataas. Okay? So ibig sabihin kung tataas yung current natin, so meron tayo magiging voltage drop dito sa ating mga resistances. Di ba? So ibig sabihin magkakaroon tayo ng difference between yung ating generated voltage dito sa ating generator, okay? Then yung ating voltage dito sa terminal. Okay? So, ayan. So, yung magiging equation nga natin para makompute yung voltage regulation, ayan. So, we have voltage at no load minus full load over voltage at full load. Okay? So, ayan yung magiging equation natin. So, kung ito sa series. So, kung sa shunt, tingnan natin yung magiging equation natin. Okay? O yung magiging condition. Ayan. So, from this, kung sa shunt generator tayo at no load, so di pa wala tayong load current o yung ating line current. So, ibig sabihin, yung magiging current na lang natin dito is yung sa armature tsaka yung sa field. Okay? So, mapapansin natin kung yung ating IL is 0 ampere, so ibig sabihin, by observation dito sa ating circuit, yung ating armature current is simply equal to the field current. Okay? So, yan. So ito yung magiging condition natin kapag no load tayo sa shunt generator. Okay? So tandaan nyo lang basta ito equation natin. So ayan. So next is the power flow sa DC generator. Okay, so sa generator, di ba, ito yung ating machine na nagko-convert from mechanical energy to electrical energy. So ibig sabihin, dito ang magiging power input natin is the mechanical. Okay, so kung ilalagay natin sa isang linya, okay, so ito yung magiging power input natin. Okay, so paikutin natin yung generator, doon tayo mapa-generate ng energy. So yung power input. Okay? So, yung power output natin, syempre, electrical na yan. So, mapapansin natin sa circuit, di ba? Kahit sa isang type of circuit o type of generator, mapa-series man siya, shunt o compound, yung ating magiging output power is, so, by the circuit, so we have the terminal voltage multiplied by the load current o yung line current natin. So, ibig sabihin, yung power output natin sa DC gen is equals to load current multiplied by the terminal voltage. Kung mapapansin natin sa series, ganito din, no? May IL tayo, then PT. Okay, so yan yung output natin. So, syempre, sa isang machine naman, hindi naman, wala naman talagang 100% efficiency. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo dito ng mga losses. So, kung ang ating power input is from mechanical, so alam naman natin ang generator, para mapag-generate tayo ng energy, is paikutin natin, di ba? Iikot yun, so magkakaroon tayo ng friction. So, yung friction na yon ang makakapag-generate ng heat. So, yun yung ating tatawagin na heat loss. Okay? So, by friction, so magkakaroon tayo dito ng loss. So, tinatawag natin siya na friction or windage loss. Okay? So, ito tinatawag din na rotational loss sa ibang book. Okay, so ayan yan. Kasi agad nga wala nga tayo 100% na efficiency. So yan. So ito yung magiging loss natin. So lahat ng pababa, ibabawas natin dito sa nasa taas. Okay, and also by magnetism, di ba, magkakaroon tayo ng loss sa core. Okay? So yung tinatawag natin na hysteresis tsaka eddy current loss. Okay? So ang tawag natin sa dalawa is core loss. Minsan tinatawag din siya iron loss o P-iron. So yung P4 o P-iron, ito is yung ating hysteresis loss and also yung ating eddy current loss. Okay, so ito naman is by means of magnetic field. Okay, so dyan nagkakaroon ng loss tayo. Okay, so itong hysteresis and eddy current loss, mas i-detail natin pagdating ng transformer. Kasi kasi sa transformer wala tayong rotational loss unlike sa mga generator and motor, di ba? So wala ang kailangan lang natin doon is yung core losses natin o iron loss. Okay? So ayan yung ating magiging loss from power input. Then after nito, papasok na tayo sa generator mismo. Okay? Doon na tayo makapag-generate ng electricity. Okay? So, by the circuit, dito na yon sa ating EG. Okay? So, dyan tayo papasok. Okay? So, may generated voltage tayo and also makapag-produce tayo ng current. So, ibig sabihin, yung magiging generated power natin dito is simply the product ng ating armature current tsaka ng ating uh, generated voltage. So, ito tinatawag natin na power developed. Okay, so yung formula natin is simply the generated voltage multiplied by the armature current. Okay? So, ayan. So, syempre, may mga copper wire tayo dyan na kinakabit, di ba? For the internal resistance, so dun din tayo makakuha ng internal losses. So, kapag may mga resistances, so tinatawag natin siya na mga copper losses. Okay? So, kung may loss tayo, pababa. So, ito tinatawag naman natin na copper loss. PCU o copper loss. Okay, so yung copper loss natin, ayan, so dadaan sa armature resistance natin. So yung ating power loss sa armature, so we have I square RA. And also, magkakaroon tayo ng current sa field resistance natin. So ibig sabihin, magkakaroon din tayo ng loss dito. Okay, so ating uh, loss sa field resistance, we have IF square RF. Okay? So, ayan. So, kapag minus na natin tong ating copper loss sa ating power develop, ito na yung magiging output natin. Okay, so tatandaan nyo lang dito sa power flow ng DC gen. So, from power input, so kapag kukuha natin si power develop, ima-minus natin si friction or windage, tsaka si core or iron loss. Okay, so ito kasi tinatawag din natin pala na stray power loss o SPL. Okay, SPL. So ito yung ating stray power loss. Okay, so actually constant na siya eh. So wala tayong calculation na gagawin dito sa friction or rotational loss o tsaka yung sa core or iron loss. Unless na lang na sa transformer yon. Pero dito sa generator, wala. Okay, ito is constant. So tinatawag din siya minsan na mechanical losses. Okay? So from power input, so i-minus natin yung ating stray power loss. So magkakaroon tayo ng power develop. Okay? So yung part na to ng generator, okay, from power input papuntang power develop, ito is mga mechanical. Okay, mechanical part to. Okay? Then from power develop, makikita natin sa circuit, papunta sa power output, ito na yung electrical side. Okay? Ng ating generator. So, from this, kapag pag-uusapan natin is yung efficiency, okay? So, may tatlo yung efficiency na common na lumalabas sa mga problems. Yung una is the uh, electrical efficiency. Okay? So, electrical efficiency. So, kapag electrical efficiency yung pinapahana, pupunta ka lang dito sa electrical side. So, yung output natin sa electrical side is, so yung power output. So, ano yung magiging input natin sa electrical side? Itong ating power develop. Okay, so ito is magiging power develop. So, multiply by 100%. Okay? Then, yung isa is the mechanical efficiency. So, kapag mechanical efficiency naman, titingin ka naman dito sa mechanical side. So, yung magiging power output natin sa mechanical side is yung power develop. Di ba? So, power develop divided by yung power input mismo natin. Okay, so times 100%. Okay, so then yung last is yung tinatawag natin na overall. Minsan overall yung tawag sa problem. Minsan commercial. Okay, efficiency. Okay, so and also kapag walang binanggit sa problem kung anong type of efficiency, so i-assume natin na overall efficiency yon. So kung overall efficiency, so ang kailangan natin is output divided by the input. So times 100%. So ito yung tatlong type of efficiency na kailangan yung tandaan. Okay, electrical, mechanical, and overall or commercial efficiency. Okay? So, ayan po yung sa voltage regulation and power flow. Okay? So, yan. So, para mas maliwanag dito sa, ano, sa power flow. So, para makomplete natin sa power input, so dito ko nilagay sa baba. So, yung power input is the summation of ng power output tsaka nung mga losses natin. So, yung losses natin is, ayan. So, itong stray power loss o yung ating mechanical loss plus yung loss natin dito sa electrical. So, para makumpit naman si power develop, pwede naman natin gawin kapag given si power output tsaka si copper loss. Okay, so we have power develop is simply equal to power output plus yung ating copper loss. Okay, so we have PCU o yung ating mga electrical losses. Okay? So, ayan. So, pwede din naman kung given si generated voltage tsaka si armature current, ito yung gagamitin natin. Okay? Pero kapag nasa power flow, mabilis lang naman tandaan. Lahat ng pababa, i-minus natin. Di ba? So, ayan. So, try tayo example. So, the voltage of a 200 kilowatt, 270 volt shock generator rises to 300 volts when the load is removed. Okay, so shock generator. So, mapapansin natin, kapag no load yung ating voltage, ito is lagi mas mataas compare sa full load. Okay? Kasi nga, kung isipin natin, di ba? Nasa na yan? So, dito, sa ating circuit. So, at no load, so, wala tayong magiging load current o line current. So, ibig sabihin, wala tayong voltage drop dito. So, ibig sabihin dito, yung magiging EG natin is equals to the terminal voltage kasi walang loss. Di ba ang formula natin kapag sa shock generator, para makompute si EG, ito is simply terminal voltage minus IA-RA. Okay? So, and alam natin, para makompute si IA, ang kailangan natin is IF plus IL. Di ba? So kung yung ating IL is 0, ibig sabihin yung ating IA is equals only sa ating field current. Okay, so ibig sabihin mababa yung magiging armature current natin kapag wala tayong load current. Okay? And also, mapapansin kasi natin dito na yung ating armature resistance is mababa yung value natin. Compare natin sa field resistance. Kaya dito, minsan, yung ating IARA is kinoconsider as zero o parang nire-neglect na siya. So, kaya nangyayari, yung ating EG is equals to terminal voltage. Okay? At no load. Okay? So, ayan yung concept kapag no load. Pero again, wag nyo munang gagamitin to kasi sa mga problem kasi may mga given na value to. Okay? Kahit sobrang liit ng value, sa calculation kasi kailangan yon. Okay, dito pinapakita lang natin yung comparison. Okay? So, ayan. Kaya dito, mawawalan tayo ng voltage drop sa pardon, sa ating resistance. Okay, sa armature resistance saka sa ating series field. Okay? Kaya from this, kung wala siyang voltage drop, EG equals to PT. So yung magiging full load, so kapag full load naman yung kukunin natin na voltage, so magkakaroon tayo ng drop, di ba? Sa ating RA. Kaya dito, magkakaroon ng value 2. Okay, na medyo mataas. Kaya dito mangyayari PT minus IARA. Okay? So kaya tandaan nyo, sa no load, mas mataas yung voltage niya compare sa full load voltage. So ayan, so 200 kilowatt, 270 volt shock generator. Kapag ganyan ang given sa problem, ito is yung ating rated value o full load value. Okay, kapag given sa problem mga ganyan type of statement. Okay, full load o kaya rated value natin yan. Okay? So, rises to 300 volts when the load is removed. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito 300 volts, ito yung ating no load voltage. Okay, when the load is removed daw eh. So, what's the full load current does the machine deliver and what is its percent regulation? Okay, so full load current, so may parameters naman tayo dito, di ba? So, full load current na pinapakuha, so IL is equals to full load power, so divided by the full load voltage. So we have 200 kilowatts, 200,000 na lalagay ko. So 200,000 watts, so divided by 270 volts. Lang, 740.747. 740.747 amperes. Ito yung magiging full load current natin. And tinatanong, what is its percent regulation? Okay? So tatandaan nyo, kapag generator yung problem, voltage regulation yon. May iba kasi siya kapag motor. Kasi kapag motor, ang ating kino-compare naman is the speed. Kaya speed regulation kapag motor. Okay? So tatandaan, okay? So kapag sinabi ko percent regulation lang sa generator, voltage regulation pinag-usapan. Kapag motor, speed regulation. So from this, para ma-compute yung voltage regulation natin, so we have no load voltage minus full load voltage divided by full load voltage multiplied by 100%. So substitute, so we have 300 volts, so minus 270 divided by 270 times 100%. So magiging voltage regulation natin will be equal to 300 minus 270 divided by 270 times 100. So we have 11.11%. So ito yung magiging final answer natin. Okay? So next. So a certain 120 volts shunt generator has an armature and brush resistance of 0.04 ohm at full load current of 95 amperes. So shunt generator. So drawing natin para mas ma-visualize. So 120 volts has an armature and brush resistance of 0.04. Okay, combine na siya. And a load current of 95 amperes. Okay, so the resistance of the shunt field is 45 ohms. And the stray power loss is given as 920 watts. So calculate the full load efficiency of the generator. Okay, so from the given value, so meron tayong load current tsaka output o terminal voltage. So from this, pwede natin makompute yung ating output power. Okay, so terminal multiplied by the load current. So 120 volts multiplied by 95 amperes. So yung power output natin is equals to 11,400. Okay, watts. So may power output na tayo. So ano na yung kailangan natin para makompute yung efficiency? So kung ilalagay ulit natin dito yung power flow, so power input, nandito yung ating stray power loss. Then meron tayong power develop, then peak copper, then yung ating power output. Okay? So peak copper pwede natin makompute, yung stray power loss given na. So from this, para makompute natin yung input, kailangan muna natin makompute yung isa pang loss which is yung copper. Okay? So, sige, kunin natin yung copper loss muna. So, by the circuit kasi, kunin natin si field current. So, IF. So, shunt naman siya. So, pwede natin gawin. IF simply equals to, so 120 volts divided by 45 ohms. So, yung ating field current is equals to, so 120 divided by 45. So, we have 2.6667 amperes. So, para makompute natin si armature current, so we have IF plus IL. Okay, so 2.667. So plus IL, so 95. So armature current natin is so 97.667 amperes. Okay? And alam naman natin, pag kukumpitin natin si copper loss, so PCU is equals to yung power loss sa field and also yung powers natin sa armature. So we have IF square RF plus I square RA. So P copper natin will be equal to, so IF natin is 2.667 667 square. RF is 45. Last IA, so 97.667 square. RA natin is 0.04. So yung ating P copper is equals to 2.667 square times 45. So plus 97.667 square times 0.04. So 701.5594. Watts. Okay? So ito yung magiging PCU natin. So from this, pwede natin makompute yung efficiency. So lagay ko lang dito sa gilid. Efficiency natin overall, so we have power output divided by power input. So power output all over, yung power input natin is yung power output plus yung mga losses natin. So stray power loss saka yung ating copper loss. So substitute na lang. So we have 11,400 all over, so times 100. So 11,400 plus SPL, stray power loss is 920 plus PCU natin is 701.5594 so times 100%. So yung magiging overall efficiency natin will be equal to so 11,400 all over 11,400 plus 920 plus 701.5594 so times 100%. So 87.5471%. Okay, so ito yung magiging final answer natin. Okay?